All right. We come to the online mode again today, and what I would like to get addressed with you is on the accent and alkali, right? All together. Now, so last time, before we meet, we have overview on the questions on titration, etc. Right? So don't get too worried about that because in your exam, heavy exam, this one will not be assessed. So I will leave it in the final exam. So our focus for today is to take an overall revision of this, okay, by referring to the topic exercise. Now you take a look on the topic exercise. So take a look at the book and turn to page 150, and you may find this, right? So we will focus, we choose some of the questions and try to take a look on that angle again, okay? So just remind you my focus. My focus is on mainly the Harvey exam scope, okay? But it's unavoidable to try out some questions related to titration for the time being. But don't worry, have we tried them out? So for those MCs, take a look on the book. Recall your memory. Have we all done that? It is on page 150. Now, anyone who can tell me, have we all finished doing those MC questions on that part? Hello, have we finished doing that part? 做咗未㗎呢個？
按照我記憶應該未做啊。
未啊，嗬 ，OK， 唔該晒上帝。呢度呢一份嗱，咁你呢個咧係150頁嗰度。We have got about 15 MCs, 15 MC. Now to start with, I give you 15 minutes to do it, and we will have a discussion shortly. Okay, after that 15 minutes. Now I will also attach with you on the survey form, and you please put down the MC answers there as well. Let me know your choice, and if I found some misconception or common misconception, we'll try to get more attention to those questions. Okay, come on. Time now is 10:18. 15 minutes. It's now 19. It's 10:34. I will start over that again. Okay, please do it now. MC questions. Page 115. Page 150. 10, 19, 10, 34. Okay, please do it now. Okay, Form 4 students' attention, I would like you guys to put the answers in the Google form for statistical means. Okay, it's for statistics. Now, you may open that, you may log in that and try. All right, you have about 5 minutes left. It's time to put your answers in your acid and alkalines NCs. I've just uploaded into the Google form. Okay, the timer is 10:32. All right, so that the time is 10:30. Uh, 6. Okay, it's time to put your answers there. I just found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Students or just somebody do it right now. I can show you this. Now, how about the others? Please put your choices there. Okay.我做到邊啊？咁少人交嘅，喂，過咗15分鐘咯。
唔夠時間做啊！
做到邊？
仲有5題到啊。
OK，嗱，係咪好正常啊？因為又話其實咧呢個就係我哋平時即係做 MC 個指標問題啦。今次咧我哋點解15條題目會用嘅時間多過15分鐘嘅？知唔知點解？計數啊！咁所以咧你會見到咧就係有有2條， 得2條啫喎，不過就理論上應該10-20分鐘內都應該做得晒啦，係咪？好，加油啦嚇，李成快啲，等埋你。哦，等埋其他同學，仲有冇其他同學啊？仲要多啲時間啊？
做到第13題。
第13條，好啊，好爭2條，咁我等多陣啦。10個人交咗。何偉林，你交3次做咩？做乜交3次嘅你？
撳錯掣。
哎呀！我就拗晒頭，點解無端端依家呢個 chart 變咗咁嘅咧？望一望，交3次。好，其餘嘅人。好，秦學家交咗學校日，梁家傑、阿 T、Victor、周浩俊、鄧俊熙、吳漢一、可能係俊滔、何偉林，交咗啦，跟住仲邊個？林成漢啦、何禮賢啦、李佩恒啦。好，12個 response， 仲有幾人咧？裏邊？由下邊嗰啲開始捱上去啦。馮家謙，你嗰份 MC 去咗邊？
仲做緊，要第10題啊！
好，快手啦。跟住，哇，咁點考試啊？你哋啊？黃成軒咧？唉，撞鬼啊！真係。咁所以咧，我睇個勢咧，我有啲擔心啊。下個禮拜咧都係要照翻嚟㗎啦，但係 titration 我諗一下都係唔好做住啦。睇你哋咁嘅款，咁係咪應該要做操卷咧？啊，翻咗嚟操卷啦，唔得，下個禮拜一做叻都冇乜意思啊，因為第一我哋考試範圍未去到 titration 啦。咁第二咧就係、我發覺大家都甩晒碌啊 S&L 牌嗰度。譚君柔做晒未？
做緊第11題。
唉，撞鬼咁慢，因為你哋搞咩嚟？做到邊題有啲棘啊？即係啲 complex MC 嘅啫。Sim 1, 2, 3一定係計數啊？譚君柔，你做到邊度係比較棘住啊？
款計數嗰啲就棘住。
哦，計數嗰啲棘住得，一陣講。吳漢一交咗未啊？交咗啦。麥嘉樂
差少少。
好。李健樂咧交咗啦。李澤星
交咗。
交咗李澤星。梁家傑交咗。李晴交咗。羅康力交咗。郭俊熙去邊？
喺度。爭幾題？
幾題？即係幾多題啊
？3題。
3題。郭俊熙、何禮賢交咗啦。何孝日交咗啦。張思維 Mr. 張
啱啱搞掂啦。
OK good。好，跟住張思維交咗。鄭學明交未？ 鄭學明、黃奕朗交咗黃俊熙，去邊啊？黃俊熙，黃俊熙係咪？Mr. Wong 4A29，喺邊？陳許霆交咗得 ，and in， 我見到啦，24，喂唔人齊喎，仲有3個未交，馮家軒未交。嗱，其他同學咧交咗之後咧，你會見到有分嘅，出咗分嘅。咁你留意下你自己啱錯嗰啲題目，我俾埋答案嚟㗎啦，而家。咁一息間咧，我會解釋翻啲 MC 嘅，得唔得？咁你而家咧做啲乜咧？你自己望咗先，你望咗先。Try to spot out whether or not those wrong questions we will review it again. Can the answer help you better understand why we choose that choice? If not, don't worry. In this lesson, we try to clarify with you one by one. Okay, but I would like to have a cooperation by reading, reviewing what you have answered. Okay. For some keywords that may be missing, or that you will be easily trapped, you better circle it. For those concepts in which you find it very, very unclear, in which I need to reteach, don't worry, you have to tell me. But first of all, read that question first. Can you get my point? So we will start the debriefing after 2 minutes. 哇！一堂完咗咯喎，15條 MC， 做咗成堂啊！你哋班友唔得啊！呢啲一網課唔掂啊！真係係咪要逼晒你哋翻嚟啊？嗱，係咪要你即係應該翻嚟面授課會快走少少咧？唉，馮家軒啱啱交完啦，仲有一個黃成軒，你係慢吞吞嘅，仲有邊個？仲有邊個未交？仲有一個人喎。
我啊 ，OK 啊，差唔多 OK 啊。
邊個啊？你係邊個啊？
郭俊熙啊。
哇！你真係全場等你喎，快啲嚇！嗱，我喺呢度咧，我同大家講講咧個考試範圍。我等緊郭俊熙嗰陣時，我講考試範圍。咁in your exam, that will be mainly our Form 4 half-year exam. So it will have a 1 hour 30-minute questions. 1.5個鐘。So the scope, it is from Form 3 IS to Form 4 IS up to acids and alkalis. Now, what I want to tell you is this topic, but not the chapter. So, which means that this titration, the final topic on chapter 17 will not be assessed. In short, we change chapter 1 to chapter 16. 30% will be for MC and 70% will be for long questions. So I've given you enough clue about this half-year exam that in the acid and alkali and also metals, we often ask you some questions about essay. Okay, so if you want to get to know more how to write an essay, we will spend some more time on the other lesson. I will teach you how to write it. Okay, upon marking all those words, I would like to deliver a lesson related to this. Okay, any more questions? Oh, okay, all of you have got it. Got the answers now. Now, take a look on this. Take a look on the summary. The summary is that the average mark is 7.44 marks out of 15. which means that quite a number of you may find difficulty in managing the questions here。你見到啊？你見到你分數個分佈都比較闊嘅，咁有啲人咧就答到有15分啦，有人答到15分嘅，啱晒嘅。但係有啲人咧得2分、3分、4分，哇都有唔少喎呢度。呢度啊，3個、3個、2個、8個、9個、11、13，即係半班人咧，原來對於呢個 topic 咧係搞唔掂嘅，唔緊要。咁我哋咧。喺未揭露你嘅分之前咧，其實係睇翻我哋啲 MC stat。第一條有冇嘢問先？喂，得一半人啊？喂，唔得喎，即係要解嘅咯喎。我冇諗，哎呀，大劑啦，真係。咁即係其實咧，我係要將呢兩樣嘢咧，就一齊咧就平排啦，就方便我去講解啦。Like this and also let's share the screen like this， 睇唔睇到？咁你見到左手邊咧就係個 stat 啦，右手邊咧係條問題嘅。有冇邊個睇唔到嘅呢度？係咪睇到㗎？睇到俾個反應我喺呢度，係咪咁啊？
兩邊都睇到啊，兩邊都 OK。
得睇埋 stat， 睇埋你個答案啦，就係咁啦。第一條51.5，好多人咧答到 C 嘅。All compound contain hydrogen as their constituent element。點解錯嘅？阿 Sir 唔明喎，乜唔係所有酸有 H 嘅咩？點解錯？OK 喎，唔得意
係咪 hydrogen？
我嗱有 hydrogen ion 係啱嘅。More aqueous solution contains hydrogen ion， so aqueous which means water containing。咁但係你會睇下呢度啦 ，all acidic compounds contain hydrogen as a constituent element. Any contact example. Cyrus.
Hi.
You know it is acidic, but there's no hydrogen.
I beg your pardon. I didn't understand.
I give you one clue. The chemical that are Form 2, when you study in Form 2, you know it. Form 2. What do you think? 有冇例子啊？我講個 compound 係 acidic 嘅，帶酸性嘅，但係咧就冇 hydrogen 嘅。Form 2講過㗎啦。第二題先，酸雨
carbonic acid。
carbonic acid 啊。
carbonic acid， 咁個前身係咩？佢講緊乜嘢嘢
？carbon dioxide 其實都係微酸定係咩話係咪啊？
Yes, that's right. So carbon dioxide and NOx, which means NO or NO2, and also SO2. Right? Those they are just an example of acidic compounds in which is not hydrogen containing. But wait a minute, Mr. Chin, how do I still state it as true that all aqueous solution contains hydrogen ion? So we will have got some reactions. So that's why you need to draw you need to write the equation like this, okay? And based on this, and you will get to know more that the hydrogen atom here undergo ionization to form this, right? So of course, I just skip the whole part. It will undergo a successive ionization, which means one hydrogen they will cut off, and they will form hydrogen ion and hydrogen as carbonate. And then the next ionization will be 2 hydrogen ions and 1 carbonate ion. Can you get the point? So remember, for C part, it's rather tricky, and you may find it is the DSC type questions. Can you get the point? 明唔明我咩？ So the more you know, that more you get it. For C part, it is not correct. Okay, you can think of some gases which call it acidic gas, and once it dissolves in water, it starts to form an acid. So the hydrogen, the origin of hydrogen comes from water. Can you get my point? Instead of the compound itself. Questions? 明唔明？好，第二條有冇人需要我喺度計一次嘅？因為我見到咧有3個、6個、9個、11個唔識做，咁即係都要計啦。The sodium carbonate solution contains this one as sodium ion。個人咧就唔可以懶嘅。點解咁講咧？就係 CM cube 啦，見唔見到？所以咧有同學咧答 B 同埋 D 咧，見唔見到個答案爭幾多？爭1000。咁你有6個人揀 B， 係咪啦？咁你會發覺咧呢度出咗事嘅。第二咧就係 sodium carbonate solution 咧，what is mean by the molarity of the solution？ 咁即係咩嚟嘅？係講緊 molarity of sodium ion 啦，定係 molarity of sodium carbonate solution 啊？有冇人知啊？知唔知呢句説話嘅意思係咩？
solution
係啦，咁即係話咧 ，solution 嘅意思係咩先？咩嚟㗎？真係
sodium carbonate 嘅 solution
係啦，咁你如果你話1.00乘10嘅負2 mol of sodium ion， 即
要
係話有幾多 mol 嘅 sodium carbonate 喺入邊？
隨意啊，
隨意啊，係啊，啱啊，隨意。所以你會睇到咧呢一度咧就出咗事啦。原來一開始咧個人就唔懶得嘅 sodium carbonate。You need to write the chemical symbol as Na2CO3. So in this mole of that will contains 1.00 times 10 to the power minus 2 over 2 mole of sodium carbonate. And I use this to calculate the volume of solution is 40.0 times 10 to the power minus 3 dm cube. So before you arrive at the answer as D, it's not B. Now remember this one, it is a conversion from cm cube to dm cube. 1 dm cube equals 1000 cm cube. So you need to do such a conversion. Question 3. 100 cm cube of 0.20 molar KCl ion mixed with this K2SO4. What's the concentration of potassium? So can you see the difference between A part and B part？ 你見唔見到 A part 同 B part 嘅問法有咩唔一樣？就係 A part 咧，佢問緊你個 stock 嘅 solution， 即係話咧，我就要識 up 咧，我哋講緊係 sodium carbonate solution 嘅 sodium carbonate 攞嚟做 mol 計嘅。但係呢一度咧，嗰個 concentration of 咩咧？佢唔係 concentration solution 咯，係講 concentration potassium ion 啫。We try to pick up one cation as the main body to compare. So the way to calculate the answer is very similar. So again, the answer is mole per dm cube. So what does it mean by mole? Mole means here the total number of moles of potassium ion. So you may find here K2SO4. So by merely multiplying the 2 over 1000 cannot tell the true number of high potassium ion. Because for that K2SO4 you need to times 2. 1 mole of K2SO4 contains 2 moles of potassium ion. Can you get the point? Okay, so altogether, we are going to separate into 2 parts. The first one is KCl. How many moles of K plus will be found? It is 0.020 mole. And similarly for this K2SO4, remember you are going to times 2. So here comes the answer as 0.0600 mole. So altogether, the total mole is 0.0800. It is just a addition of 2. What is the total volume of solution? Well, you do the same thing. You add the 2 solutions, the volume together to form 250.0 times 10 to the power minus 3. Can you get my point? So altogether, you may get the answer as D. Questions? 有冇嘢唔明？棘住有嘢問嘅有問啊。第4條，哇，好災難啊！有啲驚啊，一半人。佢話咧就4個 equations，4 solutions。HNO3, HCl. This one, what is that? What is that? NaOH I know, right? It's alkaline, right? This one is an acid. phenoic acid，乙酸或者我哋講嘅醋酸。Which of the following statement is all correct？ 問緊係一句 statement，only one of them is correct. The pH of Y equals negative log 0.2. The answer is this one should be wrong. Why? What does it mean by that? This is the calculation of pH is equal to minus the negative log hydrogen ion concentration. So if the in that acid is a weak acid, so we will have less than 100% ionization. Now you may find this monobasic acid, which is one hydrogen ion to be ionized per acid molecule, per one acid molecule. So you cannot directly substitute this into the calculations on here. Now, this is only true when you are dealing with a strong acid, but not for weak acid. In other words, for weak acid, what happened to this? The data for that must be smaller than 0.2. So of course, the data should not be calculated as this. The value of it should be larger than. Can you get my point? Less acid, which means larger pH, higher pH. So A is wrong. A is wrong. B, mixing W and Z gives a neutral solution. W and C give a neutral solution. Can you see the word neutral? Neutral. So because that for that two equations, you may find that the acid is monobasic. So you are going to react that two in 1:1 mole ratio. 1:1 react. So the number of moles of acid and alkalis must be equal. But try to take a look if that is the case. No. One of them should be in large excess, right? Which one? 邊個多啲啊? So you may find that W is in excess, right? So the solution is acidic. It's wrong. Can you get my point? How about C? pH of a mixture of W and X is lower than that of W. 即係 W 溝 X 嘅 solution 嘅 mixture 咧就低過 W， 啱唔啱？又唔啱喎，唔啱咁我答案係咩啊？高啲啊？唔係喎，嗱 ，try to take a look at this because they are of the same acidity, they are of the same pH, right? They are of the same strength, they are strong acid. So if I get mixed with the two, the pH value doesn't change. It's still calculated as negative log minus 2, 0.2. So the answer is not lower than, it is the same as that of W. Can you get a point? 係一模一樣，因為大家嘅 ionization 一樣嘛，即係大家酸度一樣，兩個酸度一樣嘅撈勻，咁其實都係一樣嘅酸度，唔會酸咗㗎。明唔明 ？The pH of a mixture of W and X is lower than that of the mixture of X and Y. 咁 W and X 同埋 X and Y 有乜分別啊？嗱 ，the difference lies on here, right? So you may find Y is a weak acid. So the acidity of Y is lower. So you mix the X and Y, it seems like dilution. 好似同溝稀有啲似啊。So the hydrogen ions will be diluted. Okay, so X and Y, the total pH of this should be higher than that of W and X. So the answer is D. Questions. 第5條 Which of following statements about potassium hydroxide is incorrect? Incorrect. Choose the wrong one. 揀個錯嘅。So you may find the potassium hydroxide solution. The answer is A. Why? What's wrong with it? Iron 3.
因為 iron 2 係 dirty green 嘅應該。
Yeah. See, so if you find it's iron 3, the answer is not dirty green. Instead, it is how do I call it?
Reddish brown.
Yeah, reddish brown. But if you want to change the corrected in another way around, the answer should be iron 2 sulfate. You will form dirty green. Iron 3 sulfate in alkaline medium to form reddish brown PBK. Understand? That is what we call it as question 5. So the remaining they are correct. Okay. hydroxide react with ammonia ion heated to form ammonia gas is correct. Potassium hydroxide solution contains this is correct, even though for this you may have this because the solution is made up of water. Water will undergo self-ionization to form acid, hydrogen and hydroxides. So even though you talk about alkaline solution, we still have hydrogen ions, vice versa. Okay, in acidic solution, we still have hydroxide ion, but trace amount. Corn, acid or alkaline is said to be corrosive is correct. Okay, so this is question 5. 有冇嘢問 ？Question 6又嚟啦，啱得半。咁呢度咧，人係唔懶得嘅 ，lithium oxide，HCl。So what you should do is to write down those chemical equations. Okay, is to write down the chemical equations. So you use this as a start and put the number of moles data for that too, and you can get what I mean. So remember, one portion react with 2 portions. So which data should be complete? It is lithium oxide. Why? Lithium oxide 1.49 gram on top. While for the complete neutralization, what you should have is molar mass is 29.8 gram per mole. Here comes the mole. It is 0. Oops, sorry. It is 0.0500 mole. So theoretically, this one, what is the number of moles of acid? It is times 2. It is 0.100. Can you get my point? Mole. It is as total. But what you can get as data is just the molarity of this. So you are going to handle the 2 data to come up with the volume. How? The number of moles all divided by the molarity. So check the unit now. You can find out the answer will give you a unit dm cube, okay, which is 0.125. So you may choose the answer as D. Questions? So this is for question 6. Question 7. 哇！一做計數，哇條條得啱得半嘅撞鬼啊你啊 ！Calcium phosphate 嗱，見唔見到啊？又係同一個問題啫嘛。嗱，個人係又係唔懶得嘅。Calcium phosphate is insoluble water. What is the theoretical number of moles of calcium phosphate obtained when these two mix together？ 咁所以咧，第一樣嘢，你 calcium phosphate 嗰個 calcium phosphate 嘅 formula 係咪要寫啱先啊？咁佢嘅比例係咩
？Ca3 PO4E
bracket 2, right? So you use this to come up with the mole ratio, right? So simply speaking, what I needed is 3 mole of calcium ion plus 2 mole of phosphate ion to form what? Calcium phosphate. Do you understand? So this is the start. So you are going to calculate by simply molarity times volume, m times v, to get to know the mole of calcium ion and phosphate ion respectively. So remember, you can simply multiply that and that you can get, right? Because for calcium ion, it's just 1 mole calcium chloride contains 1 mole calcium ion. Similarly, for phosphates, you have 1 mole of calcium phosphate, you have 1 mole of phosphate ion. Okay, it gives you a start. So what we get the answers is what? 0.0. How about calcium ion? How many moles of it? It's 0.1 times 0.3. Okay, here comes 0.03. Can you get the point? 呢兩個成啫嘛。How about phosphates? It is 0.3 because you change to the m times 0.1. It is also 0.03. But you are going to set back to this mole ratio. So which one should be limiting? Which one should be in excess? What should be overreactant? What should be overreactant?
sodium phosphate，
點解？
因為佢個 mol 數係細啲嘅。
估數係細啲。咁即係話嘅
唔係，sorry
一份係0.03，咁3
唔
份
係啊，CA
唔係
係唔夠
，sorry，
，CA 唔夠啊嘛。
我
因為你
佢哋
0.03
兩個
除3係0.01啊嘛，0.03除2係仲有剩啊嘛。
係啦，呢個係 in excess 嚟㗎。多咗幾多份咧？多咗0.01係冇 react 㗎，係咪啊？因為呢個0.03時，呢度有0.02嘅啫，得唔得？呢個3份時，一份係0.01啊嘛，咁人哋隔離用2份啊嘛，咁有剩啦，明唔明？咁所以咧呢度3份變1份嗰時嘅答案就係0.03除幾多？除3咯，做完啦。因為我想要呢個係 calcium phosphate 嘛，驚唔驚？嗱咁其實呢個技巧咧就同之前咧做嗰啲練習咧都有啲類似嘅。第八 ，which of the following statements concerning aqueous ammonia is correct？ 哇 ，A、B 啊，好多 A、B 嘅鬥爭。咁第一句啦 ，it contains ammonia molecules and hydroxides， 啱嘛？呢個啱嘛？第二句 ，is commonly used active ingredient drain cleanser， 錯。window cleanser 就啱 ，drain cleanser 就錯，原因係咩啊 ？Is too weak. The alkalinity of the ammonia is too weak to act as a drain cleanser. You use sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide is a better choice. So for this one, 2 must not be chosen. Okay? Carbon C. Color solution with me orange is wrong because a alkaline solution. Neither orange, it is yellow. So number 3 is wrong. So you may get it as A. 明唔明？咁呢個係 chemistry daily life 啊，通渠水就叫 drainage cleaner。window cleanser，OK？window cleanser 就係講緊玻璃水兩樣嘢嚟㗎嚇，冇搞錯。第9好啲啦，咁啊70%人答啱啦呢度。佢話如果會撈 PPT， 咁其實就要知道 sorbidity rule 嘅啫，係咪 ？sorbidity rule， 咁答案係 C 啦。嗱呢度咧係 carbon sulfate、magnesium chloride 全部都係溶為水嘅，所以唔係啦。咁但係呢度咧見到 carbon calcium 就係嘅，跟住下邊嗰個咧就 barium low sulfate 就係嘅，放 PPT， 所以答案 C。第10 ，which of the following can be distinguished a sample of silver nitrate with a sample of sodium nitrate？ 即係話入邊有兩隻 sample silver nitrate、sodium nitrate， 有咩方法分開佢 ？OK， 第10，我哋望望 C。好，大部分人咧都答到係 C 啦 ，OK， C 啦。So why? Because for this part, take a look on this, copper to nitrate. For that too, no observable change. No. HCl, yes. Why? Because we have got white PPT versus no observable change. You know, white PPT it is silver chloride. Okay, it seems like you're doing silver nitrate test. How about the last one？ 點解呢個答案啊？因為1錯，所以2、3啱。好，係咪咁啊？我想問下你3啦，加 KOH to the sample 落去有啲咩唔同？後邊又係 no observable change， 咁左邊咧放力落，咁左邊咧 KOH 再加 AgNO3 出咗啲咩？又係 PPT 嚟喎，咩色㗎？有冇人知？
係咪啡色嘅
係啡色嘅，咩嚟㗎？
？Silver hydroxide。
係好似啦 ，silver oxide 啱嘛？嗱冇 silver hydroxide，silver oxide 呢個最奇怪嘅 case 嚟嘅。嗱平時我哋講加 hydroxide 咧，加落啲 metal ion 就全部乜乜乜 hydroxide 啫，唯獨是呢個係特別嘅。唔該請你同我編住佢啦。OK， 10日，哇錯到飛起啊！撞鬼嚟啊！咁多人答錯咗喺度，咁咧就 distinguish 分辨啊，即係將呢啲 chemical 去逐個分辨。OK， 咁而家個問題係邊個可以令到你分翻開晒3隻嘅 solution 啊？咁你又睇下啦喎，第一個係咩？如果係 acidified silver nitrate 加落去呢3個，分別有咩 observation？ 即係加咗佢3個
因為有
observation 嘅咯。
PPT 嘅
邊個係 PPT 啊 ？Sodium chloride 有 PPT
sodium
啊，跟住咧
sodium chloride，但係我唔知好似 potassium carbonate 都係有 PPT 嘅喎。
potassium carbonate 加 PPT 梗唔係啦 ，acidify 嘛，所以有咩
我有 po 啊。
？effervescence 咯 ，effervescence 咯，
哦，
係嘛？咁
然後
啊分點
sulfur
樣
X
咯？呢兩個咪分到咯。sulfur X 加落去咁點啊？
冇嘢嘅應該。
係咪啊？即係呢個咧就係我哋嗰個思考嘅過程啦。No observation，即係話我攞一個 text 呢個條題目嘅意思就係我攞呢隻 chemical 一試3隻唔同 observation，咁我就可以 distinguish。但係如果你話試2同埋試3咧就唔係嘅，譬如試2試3咧就可能3個 no observation 或者其中2個有1個冇啊嗰啲咧，咁你係分唔到嘅。明唔明啊？咁所以咧呢度答案咧就係得一個就係 A 嘅。有冇嘢問？好對錯係啦。呢度有4條嘅complex M 呢個叫 statement 嘅 MC 啦。咁考一啲邏輯問題啦。好，喂，第12條咁咧就有好多人咧 A、B， 哇有一半人就覺得兩個説話係啱嘅，梗係唔啱啦。第一句 solid citric acid 就唔會同 magnesium 有反應嘅，點解啊？因為 citric
因為
acid
佢要用落水先有啲，即係先有 ionization 先有 hydrogen ion。
最主要有反應嘅一定要有 hydrogen ion 啊嘛，你都未有 hydrogen ion， 搞咩啊？所以12咧第一個係交叉嘅 ，solid citric acid contains hydrogen ion 又係錯啦，咁所以就 D 咯。幾時有 ion 啊 ？dissolve in water 就有啦，自己圈低呢啲字。13 1 mole or 1 mole of sulfuric acid can react with copper，but 呢個 cannot。sulfuric acid is stronger acid than ethyl acid。好啦，好多人答到啦，呢度好多啦。呢個係冇反應嘅，稀酸同 copper 係冇反應 ，strong acid 係啱，答案係 C， 交叉剔唔係因果。14 to completely neutralize these and these，我哋用嘅鹼咧，嘅 mole 數咧就應該多過ammonia 用多過 KOH， 因為咧 ammonia 就弱鹼。咁又係答案就係錯嘅，交叉剔啊？點解咧？唔係 more 係咩啊 ？the same。喂，阿 Sir， 我點知強弱同佢計個 mole 有冇關係啊？嗱，呢樣嘢冇關係嘅，搞清楚啊！一個鹼嘅強弱，一個酸嘅強弱，同樣用幾多 mole 嚟做 neutralization 咧係冇關係嘅。簡單啲講就係話，你計用幾多 mole 咧，你一定要做咩啊？一定要寫 chemical equation。chemical equation ammonium chloride 1:1啊嘛，跟住咧就 KOH 啦。嗱，都係要做咩啊？寫 chemical equation 都係寫1:1㗎嘛，咁就話俾你聽咩啊？咪大家都係1:1咯，咁做乜要多咗咧？冇多到㗎。但係 weak alkaline 係另外一樣嘢啦，係講緊當呢個 alkaline 溶落水嗰陣時，有冇一個好 complete 嘅 ionization， 得唔得？即係夠唔夠呢啲 mobile 嘅hydroxide比例係存在，但係如果佢 unionized form 咧都可以同 acid react 㗎嘛，明唔明啊？所以咧你都係個份量都係一樣嘅。簡單嚟講兩樣冇關係。15 all acidic gas can react with calcium oxide to form salt and water only。All acidic gas contain hydrogen as one of the constituent element。你都記得啦，頭先講咗啦，係咪？呢個錯㗎啦，但係呢個錯在咩 ？All acidic gas can react with this to form acid, salt and water only。有冇例子 ？calcium oxide 加 SO2 變咩 ？calcium sulfide 有冇水啊？冇，係嘛？例如我加 CO2 變咩 ？calcium carbonate 有冇水啊？冇，係嘛？咁所以咧，你有冇 to the form water only？ 你要睇下你嗰個 equation 就左手邊有冇水嘅成分，你都冇，你點樣減話去有咧？明唔明？嗱，咁我哋就做一個熱身啦，回顧翻大家做 action and alkaline 題目咁嘅成日常見嘅問題，冇 feel 啊？冇 feel 啦，我都唔好 feel 啊，真係啊！咁所以咧，我哋嚟緊禮拜5咧就開始做下啲 long prep。下個禮拜1翻嚟咧操卷唔得啊！我講成份卷做啊，唔掂啊，好驚啊而家。Level of understanding 得6分啫，冇立嘅人咧。 黃日朗答7咁，一條嗰份短都起碼10幾分啱啦。嗱，我覺得其他同學真係花啲時間去研究下嗰個嘅 MC 啦，得唔得？嗱，如果你發覺頭先阿 Sir 講得太急嘅，咁你睇翻 video 再睇一次，都唔明嘅，咁你喺 WhatsApp 度問，好冇？清唔清楚 ？OK，好啊，講住咁多先喎。拜拜。